Today we are going to study methodology in social sciences research, its perspectives and dilemmas. So here we are going to see the important definitions of social research and what are the important perspectives and dilemmas. So to understand the meaning of social research, it is very important to understand what a research means. So in common parlance, research is basically a search for knowledge. One can define research as a scientific and systematic search for pertinent information on a specific topic. In fact, research is an art of scientific investigation. Research is a systematic investigation to find solution to a problem. So after getting the meaning of research, now we may understand what a social research is. So social research is a collection of methods and methodologies that researchers apply systematically to produce scientifically based knowledge about the social world. That means it's a scientific method to understand our social world. In words of Rummel, social research is devoted to a study of mankind in his social environment and is concerned with improving his understanding of social order, groups, institutions, and ethics. In this way, social research is related to find out the reality of social world. So, social research is carried out basically to search or to find out the realities of the social world. Now it is very important to understand the difference between method and methodology. So, first we'll understand what a methodology is. Basically, methodology is a combination, a technology of data collection, namely tools and methods of research such as questionnaire, schedule, interview guide, case studies, life history survey, and participant observation methods and content analysis. B. Analytical tools such as statistical tests and methods. And C. A philosophy, theory, and epistemology of social science guiding the conduct of research in the definition and understanding of the problem and the logic of inquiry. So basically, methodology is a collection of important methods. Method is somewhat specific, and when different methods are seen collectively, that is how a social research is carried out. What are the important steps? That is methodology. So in social research, now we're going to see what are the major perspectives in this social sciences research. So here we have pointed out some. That is, first is positivism, hermeneutics, Marxist perspectives, critical hermeneutics, postmodernist alternatives, constructionist perspectives, and feminist perspectives. So we'll see one by one that what are these perspectives mean, what are the basic tenets of this perspectives. So we are going to see these in a very brief manner. In very short, we are going to see all these perspectives. First, we start with positivism. So it is a very important perspective for social research. So positivistic perspective of social research emphasizes discovering causal laws, careful empirical observations, and value-free research. There are some basic assumptions of positivism, that is scientism or the unity of scientific methods, naturalism, empiricism, and value freedom. So, in brief, positivism arose from the 19th century school of thought by the Frenchman who founded sociology, Auguste Comte. Comte's major work in 6 volumes, Cours de philosophie positivistique, that is, the Course of Positive Philosophy, 1832-1842, outlined many principles of positivism and still used today. British philosopher John Stuart Mill elaborated and modified the principle in his A System of Logic. Classical French sociologist Emile Durkheim outlined a version of positivism in his Rules of Sociological Method, which became a key textbook for positivist social researchers. So positivistic perspective adopt the natural scientific methods for the analysis of the social reality. Next is hermeneutical perspective. Hermeneutic is the study of interpretation theory and can be either the art of interpretation or the theory and practice of interpretation. Traditional hermeneutics, which includes biblical hermeneutics, refers to the study of the interpretation of written text, especially text in the areas of literature, religion, and law. Contemporary and modern hermeneutics encompasses not only issues involving the written text, but everything in the interpretative process. Max Weber, Gadamer, and Paul Ricoeur are the advocates of these traditions. Now we'll see the basic features of hermeneutics. Hermeneutics, basically, as we have already told, that hermeneutics means interpretation. It is anti-scientist. In this sense, it is believed that social and human sciences are separate and distinct from the natural sciences. Hermeneutics knowledge is oriented towards the improvement in self-understanding. Hermeneutics employs an intersubjective relationship between science and its objectives. So these are the basic features of hermeneutics. Next, we come to the Marxist perspective. Marxist perspective questioned both positivism and hermeneutics, and it rejected ethical neutrality and value freedom in the social sciences, stood for the transformation of society by deepening its consciousness of itself through the process of dialectics. As the name suggests, its main advocate was Karl Marx and elaborated by the Frankfurt School, which is known as the critical theory. So the important critical theorists for this school was Theodor Adorno, Erich Fromm, Herbert Marcuse. So these are the important thinkers in the school of critical theory. Next important perspective is critical hermeneutics. Jürgen Habermas is the advocate of the critical hermeneutics. He attempted to produce a unified version of post-empiricist positivism, hermeneutics, and new Marxian critical theory through a hermeneutical communication theory. He says that social sciences differ from natural sciences not only just in subject matter but also in methodology. Social sciences moves from theoretical problems to observation. He believed in the anti-positivistic empiricism, and Habermas also believed that the science is not value free. The notion of consciousness has to replace by the communication. So you must have heard the Habermas theory of communicative action. So here comes the communication. One very important perspective is postmodernist approach or postmodernist perspective. So postmodern perspective known by various names such as post-structuralism, deconstructionism, and postmodernism. Its stance is anti-modernist, anti-Marxist, and anti-positivist. Deconstruction is a methodology used by post-structuralism and postmodernism. It was initiated by Jacques Derrida. He argues that the meaning of language is to be founded only in relation to language itself and not with reference to any reality or truth, that is, coding and decoding. Postmodernist is an explicit rejection of all forms of meta-language, meta-narrative, or meta-theory. Modern knowledge based on reason is regarded as oppressive discipline, normalizing truth claiming, knowledge thought up in the power. Emancipatory projects may be totalitarian. Society can be interpreted as a text. Deconstruction of agency object involves a shift from the structure to culture, and the condition of postmodernity is plurality and cultural relativism, in which there is no single correct views. So there can be reality of realities. Next important approach is constructionist perspective. So here are some basics of this perspective. The social constructionist perspective within the social sciences is a part of much wider tradition, which has been labeled constructionist or constructivist. Constructionist argues that knowledge arises from social processes and interaction. In principle, social scientific knowledge is no different from everyday knowledge. Constructionists believe that people make their own reality and that there are no universal laws external to human interaction waiting to be discovered. The foundation of this school, that is the constructionism perspective, are to be found in the phenomenological approach of Alfred Suss and the Chicago School. Symbolic interactionism, with its roots in the work of George Herbert Mead, Herbert Blumer, and Erving Goffman, is constructionist in that it emphasizes how meaning, identity, and culture are created in the process of interaction. Peter Berger and Lachman also gave their views on the construction. So, the method in the constructionist paradigm is narrate the everyday reality of the life. That is what Alfred Suss tells, that reality of everyday life. Next come the feminist. Next comes the feminist perspectives. It is very important perspective today, and it assumes that the subjective experiences of women differ from differs from that of men. This perspective sees positivism as being a male point of view. It is objectivity, logical, task oriented, and instrumental. This feminist perspective is developed in the decade of the 70s. It emphasizes on sex differences and the extent to which such differences might be based in biological properties of the individual. It is focused on the sex roles, socialization, exposing gender as the product of social arrangement, although still conceptualizing it as an individual trait. So it talks about the gender and biological debates, and Simone de Beauvoir is one of the important thinkers for this.